Yo, alright, to say that I'm late to the party is an understatement. The market opens out like now. Um, let's delete some of these older videos, make some space. Market opens now. I haven't set up anything yet. I'm gonna be doing my setup as I watch the market open. Basically it, and then go from there. Alright, so look like kind of honored somewhat of that sell from last week. That last day pushed down a little bit. All right. I did try a few trades, didn't work out too well. Got my ass handed. Tried some stuff and just I don't even know. Can't even tell you what the hell I was trying. All right, but um, I will say that I think that my issue is that I keep moving away from the idea of accumulation and distribution, and that's what really is messing me up. All right, I gotta continue remembering that in the market, first market accumulates and then it distributes, right? Accumulation, distribution, right? So I got to look at areas where I see price have a nice movement, like a nice long leg movement, like maybe this here is about 20 points, and look for where price can come back to it to distribute, right? Accumulate and distribute, like kind of like even if a retest. So this I wouldn't count because it's just a lot of movement here. I don't too much like that. Um, but price kind of went back to it and did its thing. But I don't like this jagged movement. I like this long leg. Look for something to come back, kind of like this here, and then go from there. All right. So accumulation and distribution, like this one here, I'm able to find something around here. So I'm gonna come back to this. I'm going to set up the charts real quickly, and then I'm gonna set that up on here with the idea of what I have. So like I said, as the market has already opened up, I'm not in any rush with anything, just trying to make sense of whatever I can find. Gonna delete any noise that I find and then go from there. This looks like a very clean chart. I kind of like this, but we'll see what it looks like when I'm done with everything else. It's a 4-hour level. Back to the 4-hour. Let's look at it for the 4-hour real quickly. All right, this is this level here where price broke nicely, came back to it on the open, right, and then now it's a really nice rejection on that 4-hour, kind of below it, giving something here. I'm not sure what's down here, but I created this level. Might just be the low. Is that the weekly? Are we already reaching the week? Wow. Yep. All right, so we have a new level here on the 1-hour. We'll keep an eye on that. Fresh. So see if this accumulation and distribution is what I'm gonna look for. Okay. Get rid of this arrow if I can. Go from there. Let's go to the 30 minutes. Okay. Accumulation, distribution. We'll look for that. Okay. Same thing. Let's go to the 15-minute. A lot going on here. Let's go to the 5-minute. All right, I'm gonna mark this area right here. See, there's accumulation and distribution in that, and that's what I think. That's how I should just go about that. Maybe even this little candle right here. All right, look for accumulation, distribution, and then I'm gonna stop at that. Oh, it's a nice 1-minute level. All right, so now we can look at it from these angles here. We're gonna look at it from here. All right, we're gonna look at it from the line chart first. Look at the skin and bones, and then try to make sense of it. Look like price kind of went back to this for that sell-off, but we're gonna look and see these areas. Might be more here. We'll decide the way. Let's just double check what news might be coming out. 10 a.m. It's pending. That's pretty much it. All right. Then earning wise, I think that we have Nvidia coming out on Wednesday night. All right, so nothing major. All right, let's get back to it. Let's go 75 first. All right, nice, bam, 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 nice leg, nice leg, nice leg. All right, so definitely these areas here are key. I've been having a good job picking areas, just trying to figure out how to actually work those areas have been tough. All right. All right. I want to go back to the main charts first. Let's go back to the main charts first. I think most of these things start with, yep, the 1 hour. I'm going to clear this gray one. I want to mark this 1 hour. Because that's the higher time frame out of all of that. Yeah, we have it in a 30, but the 1 hour is the higher time frame. We're gonna focus on that. We're not gonna too much focus on this. There's a lot going on. The 5-minute one here. 5-minute level. And then the goal is that it needs to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it can't make dollars. And then the 1 minute. Right here, right? Okay. All right, now let's go back to this. You can see that this is part of a longer leg. All right, the 1 minute is peak. This is part of a longer leg. We can see that. Have a level here, which is the 1 hour. But this movement, no, what is this? Let's go back. Alright, we ain't no rush. Let's see what the heck this is. 4 hour. It shouldn't be a 4 hour. 1 hour. I doubt it's the 1 hour. 30 minutes. Maybe it's the 15. No. Maybe it's the 5. No. Oh yeah, it's a 5. Okay, so it's the 5. Let's go back to this now. You see that it's the 5 minute. I did that. The 1 minute came back to it. Let's go back to this again. 5 minutes did come back to it, absorb, and then sold off. Now let's go back to this again. I know it's being a lot going back. I just want to see what this looked like real quickly under candle chart. We hit it, nice bow, came back again, bow. Would have loved to take this one here. We do have volume here, another retest. Would have loved to take that. Would have aimed for this area here. Nice bounce, and then the rest of the leg went down. All right, we can see that from this one here was what should be the thing, right? So now let's go back to the line chart. All right, this looks ugly, but look at it from, well, that's the move. Look at it from the 75. You see that price definitely dropped, came, bow, right? But that's the move. That's a move. All right, go back to the 20. So we would have marked it from maybe from here to there. Yeah, from here to there, because we had this, that out. Probably how we would have to mark it. All right, let's go ahead to 25 real quickly. All right, this is kind of low. Most of the volume was here. Yeah, from there to there based on that thing. All right, that might actually be it. Let's go and just look at the candles and then go from there. 75. All right, a lot of information. Don't want to feel overwhelmed. $50. Getting back to that bad boy. 25. Nice volume with that sell here, but we don't get much volume here, right? We don't really get the volume. 20. Right, there's no volume here. It's just that movement. So we would have to, like, accumulation distribution. All right, if you look at it from the line chart, accumulation distribution. Right, it's pretty ugly, but that's what it is. All right, we'll take a look at this in a bit, but this is where I want to go with the 5. I really like this area here. All right, back to candles. We can get rid of that. Get rid of this. We want to look in this area here. 75, 50, 25, 20. All right, strong volume is there. So we're just going to keep an eye on this potential, but it's not a guarantee. All right, because that's where we have accumulation. That's where we have distribution at. All right, but this is from a longer leg, which is the like the 50s and 75s, where it's just a straight move down. Okay, let's go back to our main chart. We're gonna add the high and the low, and then we're gonna call it with this one. And then the high is going to be here. And then we're also going to add settlement price. And then for NQ, I'm not going to do too much. I want to keep it quite simple. All right. Let's add that settlement price. It's there. All right, he's going to keep an eye on this part here. All right, let's go to NQ. Add the high, low settlement price, yeah. And then NQ, we're just going to add the high and the low. That'll basically be it. And the settlement price. I don't want to really do too much with this. I just keep it simple. As simple as it can get. And then we'll do the same thing with VIX. Like this. Like this. Okay. Then we'll do VIX. Oh, look like VIX gapped up. The fuck? VIX just threw us all the way off. Just did its own fucking shit. Alright. Oh yeah, I don't know what the hell to expect. I didn't even see that coming. Alright. Back to ES, and that's pretty much it. Looking at the 5 minutes real quickly. That's where we're gonna be at. And let's see how price move. Alright, pretty much it. Got our levels. Price is doing its thing. Market is open. Looking at accumulation and distribution in this bitch. Alright. Going to adjust this. I want to save this real quickly. And then 1. And then save it again as 2. One, 2. Alright, and then I want to just get rid of everything that's here. I want to just focus on the ladder. I don't want this. I don't want that. That can go, that can go, that can go, that can go. Okay. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna kind of rock with that. I want Anna. Okay. And then let's save that again. And that's it. Alright, so marker's open. I'm done setting up, calling it here. Adios.